You're single. And you didn't plan to be single this long. You're scrolling through Instagram at 11 p.m. and it's another engagement announcement. Another "she said yes" post. Another couple photo with the ring front and center, her hand strategically placed so you can see the sparkle. And you're genuinely happy for them. You really are. You hit the heart button. You leave a kind comment. You mean it. But after you close the app, there's this question that won't leave you alone. When is it my turn? You've watched your friends get engaged. You've been to the wedding, so many weddings. You've smiled through the bridal showers. You've caught the bouquet twice, and both times someone made that joke, "You're next." But you're not next. And you're starting to wonder if you ever will be. Maybe you're in your late 20s and you thought you'd be married by now. Maybe you're in your 30s and people have stopped asking. Maybe you're older than that and you've made peace with it most days, but some days it still stings. And the question that keeps you up at night is this: why has God kept me single? Not just when will I meet someone, but why? Is something wrong with me? Did I miss my chance? Is God punishing me for something I did? Did I not pray hard enough? Did I pray the wrong way? If that's you, I need you to hear something before we go any further. There is nothing wrong with you. God is not punishing you. You didn't miss your chance. And God's delay is not his denial. Today, we're going to explore why God sometimes keeps people single longer than they expected and why his timing in relationships is often the most loving thing he could do for you. Let's go. The first reason God has kept you single is this: he's protecting you from the wrong person. And I know that sounds simple. But stay with me because this goes deeper than you think. Here's what we don't see when we're desperate to be in a relationship. We don't see the people we avoided. We don't see the disasters that didn't happen. We don't see the heartbreak God prevented. You know that person you were interested in 3 years ago. The one who didn't feel the same way. The one who chose someone else. The one who ghosted you. What if that wasn't rejection? What if that was protection? What if God saw something you couldn't see? What if they would have hurt you? What if they would have changed you in ways you can't undo? What if that relationship would have kept you from the person God actually has for you? Proverbs 18:22 says, "He who finds a wife finds what is good and receives favor from the Lord." Notice it says finds, not settles for, not forces, not manipulates into happening, finds. That means there's a right person. And that also means there are a lot of wrong people. The problem is, when you're lonely, when you're tired of being single, when you're watching everyone else move forward, you stop being discerning. You start being desperate. You start thinking things like, maybe I'm being too picky. Maybe my standards are too high. Maybe I should just give this person a chance even though I don't feel it. Maybe this is as good as it gets. And God, who loves you, who sees your future, who knows what you actually need, he steps in. He closes the door. He removes the person. He makes it not work out. Not because he's being cruel, but because he's being kind. Think about it. How many toxic relationships have you seen that started because someone was tired of being alone? How many marriages have you watched fall apart because two people got together for the wrong reasons at the wrong time? You don't want that. You think you do, but you don't. God is saving you from years of heartbreak by keeping you single right now. And I know that's hard to hear when you're lying in bed alone at night. I know it doesn't feel like protection. It feels like punishment. But one day, maybe years from now, you're going to meet the right person. And you're going to look back and thank God that he didn't let you settle. that he didn't let you force something that wasn't meant to be. Psalm 37:4 says, "Take delight in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart." God knows the desires of your heart. He put them there. And he's not holding out on you. He's holding out for you. The second reason God has kept you single is this: he's working on you first. And I need to say this gently because I know it can sound like blame. But it's not. It's actually hope. See, a lot of us think, I just need to find the right person, and then everything will be okay. Then I'll be complete. Then I'll be happy. Then my life will start. But that's not how it works. If you're not whole before you meet someone, you won't be whole after you meet them either. You'll just be two broken people trying to complete each other. And that never works. Genesis 2:18 says, "The Lord God said, it is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him." Notice God didn't make Eve until Adam was ready. Until he had walked with God. Until he had named the animals and discovered that none of them were his match. Until he had a sense of who he was and what he needed. God didn't bring Eve to an insecure, lost, confused Adam. He brought her to an Adam who was grounded, purposeful, and secure in his relationship with God. Right now, God might be doing the same thing with you. Maybe he's healing you from past relationships. From wounds you didn't even know you had. From patterns you keep repeating. From insecurities that would sabotage a good relationship. Maybe he's teaching you how to be content alone so you don't bring neediness into a relationship. Because needy people make terrible partners. They drain. They cling. They suffocate. Maybe he's teaching you what love actually is: not infatuation, not chemistry, not just feelings, but commitment, sacrifice, faithfulness, patience. Maybe he's teaching you your worth so you don't settle for someone who treats you like an option. Maybe he's breaking generational patterns. Maybe everyone in your family has rushed into relationships, and they've all ended badly. Maybe God is breaking that cycle with you. Maybe he's building your character, teaching you patience, teaching you trust, teaching you how to wait without becoming bitter. Here's something I've learned. The person you are right now is not the person who's ready for the relationship you want. That's not an insult. That's a promise. It means God is still working on you, still growing you, still preparing you. And when he's done, when you're the version of yourself that's ready, he'll bring the right person. 1 Corinthians 7:7-8 says, "I wish that all of you were as I am. But each of you has your own gift from God. One has this gift, another has that. Now to the unmarried and the widows I say, it is good for them to stay unmarried, as I do." Paul is saying singleness can be a gift. Not forever, necessarily, but for a season. Because in that season, God can do work in you that he can't do when you're distracted by a relationship. The third reason God has kept you single is this: the wrong relationship at the wrong time would destroy you. Even a good person can be wrong for you if the timing isn't right. Let me say that again: even a good person can be wrong for you if the timing isn't right. Maybe 5 years from now, you'll meet someone who would be perfect for the person you're becoming. But if you met them today, if you dated them now, it wouldn't work. Because you're not ready. Or they're not ready, or both. I've seen this happen so many times. Two people meet. There's chemistry. There's attraction. There's potential. But the timing is off. One of them is still healing. One of them is chasing the wrong things. One of them hasn't dealt with their past. And they try to force it. They try to make it work. Because they think this is a good person. We have so much in common. We should be together. But a few months later or a few years later it falls apart. And everyone's hurt. Everyone's confused. Everyone's worse off than before. That's what happens when you get the right person at the wrong time. Now imagine if that person wasn't even right for you. Imagine if they were wrong and the timing was wrong. That's a disaster. God is saving you from that. He's keeping you single not because he's mean, but because he loves you too much to let you enter something that would hurt you. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, "There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens. There's a time to be single, and there's a time to be in a relationship." If you're single right now, it's because this is your time to be single, not forever, just for now. And I know that's hard when you feel like you've been single forever. I know it's hard when it feels like everyone else's time came years ago and yours still hasn't. Right? But God's timing is not random. It's strategic. It's intentional. It's based on what he knows about your future that you don't know yet. What if the person God has for you is also being prepared right now? What if they're going through their own season of singleness, their own season of growth, their own healing journey? What if you meet them too early and neither of you is ready, and it falls apart and you miss out on what could have been? God is orchestrating something. He's aligning timing. He's preparing both people. He's setting up the conditions for success, not just attraction. Trust that. The fourth reason God has kept you single is this: he wants you to be complete in him before you're completed by anyone else. This is the heart of it. This is what everything else points to. Isaiah 54:5 says, "For your Maker is your husband, the Lord Almighty is his name, the Holy One of Israel is your Redeemer. He is called the God of all the earth." Before you have a human husband or wife, God wants to be your everything, your security, your identity, your joy, your fulfillment, not because he's jealous in a petty way, but because he knows that if you try to get from a person what only he can give, you'll destroy both yourself and the relationship. A lot of people enter relationships thinking, this person will complete me, this person will make me happy, this person will fix my loneliness, my insecurity, my emptiness. And then they meet someone, they fall in love, they get married, and 6 months later, they're disappointed because that person can't fix them. No human can. Only God can fill the God-shaped hole in your heart. If you don't learn that in your singleness, you'll spend your marriage trying to make your spouse into God, and they'll fail every time because they're human. So God keeps you single long enough to learn this one lesson: you don't need another person to be whole, you need God. When you learn that, when you're truly content in God, when your identity is rooted in him, when your joy comes from him, then you're ready for a relationship. Because then you're not looking for someone to complete you, you're looking for someone to complement you. You're not bringing neediness, you're bringing wholeness. You're not bringing desperation, you're bringing security. You're not bringing emptiness, you're bringing fullness. And that kind of person makes an incredible partner. So, how do you actually do this? How do you stay hopeful when you're single longer than you wanted to be? How do you trust God's timing when everyone else is getting engaged? Here are 4 things that will help. First, stop comparing your timeline to other people's. Your life is not their life. Your journey is not their journey. Your timeline is not their timeline. God has a specific plan for you, and it doesn't look like anyone else's plan. Just because your friend got married at 23 doesn't mean you're behind because you're 30 and single. Different timelines, different plans, different purposes. Stop letting other people's milestones make you feel like a failure. Second, use this season to become the person you want to attract. You want someone emotionally healthy. Work on your own emotional health. You want someone who loves God. Deepen your own relationship with God. You want someone faithful, patient, kind, secure. Become that person. This season isn't wasted time. It's preparation time. Third, don't settle out of fear. I know it's scary. I know you're afraid you'll be alone forever. But settling for the wrong person out of fear is worse than being single. Don't let fear make your decisions. Let faith make your decisions. Fourth, pray for your future spouse now. Even though you haven't met them yet, you can pray for them. Pray for their growth. Pray for their healing. Pray for their protection. Pray that God prepares both of you. That shifts your focus from God, where are they, to God, prepare us both. So, here's what I want you to hear. God has not forgotten you. You're not too old. You're not too broken. You're not too much. God sees you. He knows you. And He has a plan. Right now, He's doing three things. He's protecting you from the wrong person. He's preparing you for the right person. He's teaching you to be complete in Him first. And when the time is right, not when you think it should be, but when God knows it should be, He'll bring the right person. And it'll be worth the wait. Not just because you'll have found love, but because you'll have become someone who knows how to love well. If you're single and struggling with it, drop a comment. Tell this community how long you've been single and what you're learning in this season. Let people know they're not alone. And if this video helped, subscribe. Because you don't have to walk through singleness alone. God's timing is perfect, even when it doesn't feel like it.